If you feel like you can't take action because you don't feel confident enough, this might be the reason you've been stuck for so long, because the moment you wait for confidence, you've already created the condition that prevents it. And most people never realize they're doing this. They just keep thinking, I'll start when I feel ready. By the end of this video, you will understand why that feeling doesn't come first, and more importantly, how you can start without it in a way that actually builds real confidence over time. So stick with me. This is one of the most common patterns I see. You care about something. You know it matters. You probably even know what you should do. But when it comes to actually starting, there's hesitation. Not laziness, not lack of intention, just resistance. And it usually sounds like, I'm not ready yet. I need to figure it out first. I don't feel confident enough. But confidence isn't what allows you to start. Confidence is what shows up after you've started. Let's break that down. Confidence comes from evidence. Your brain needs to see, I did this, I handled it, that wasn't as bad as I thought. That's what builds confidence. But if you're waiting for confidence before you act, you're waiting for evidence that doesn't exist yet. So your brain stays cautious. And cautious feels like self-doubt. This was a big one for me. I used to think, if I can just feel more confident, I'll start. So I'd plan more, think more, prepare more. But I wasn't actually moving. And the longer I stayed in that space, the harder starting felt, because now there was more pressure, more expectation, more to lose. Self-doubt doesn't go away when you think more. It goes away when you experience something different. Self-doubt isn't random. It's your brain trying to protect you from uncertainty, from failure, trying to protect you from judgment, from wasted effort. So when something feels important, your brain slows you down. Not because it doesn't want you to succeed, but because it wants you to be safe. If you've noticed that pressure makes it harder to start, the video linked up here and in the description explains exactly why. So if confidence doesn't come first, how do you actually move? This is where you need a different approach, not be more confident, rather make the action safe enough to take. Step 1, lower the entry point. So instead of I need to do this properly, turn it into I'm going to take one small low risk step. Open the document, write one line, test one idea. The goal is not progress, the goal is movement. Step 2 removes the pressure. A lot of self-doubt comes from what the task means. This has to go well. This matters so much. So you deliberately remove that. You treat the action as neutral. Just doing, not proving anything. Step 3, create quick feedback. Confidence builds from experience. So you shorten the gap between action and feedback. Even small actions give your brain new evidence, and that starts to shift how it feels. And if you're recognizing this pattern, this is exactly what the momentum reset method is designed for. It gives you a simple structure to lower the pressure, to make things startable, and to build confidence through action, not before it. So you're not relying on motivation or waiting to feel ready. I've linked it below if you want to go deeper into that. There's something else that's important here, because even when people do start, they often fall into the same trap again. They make the next step too big. So they go from, I took a small step, to now I need to do this properly. And the pressure comes straight back, which brings the doubt again. So instead of scaling intensity, you scale consistency. You keep the action small, repeatable, safe. That's how confidence actually builds. Confidence is not a switch. It's an accumulation. You don't need to feel ready. You need to make the action small enough that your brain is willing to engage. Over time, something changes. You stop seeing yourself as someone who can't start and start seeing yourself as someone who takes action even when it's small. And that identity is what confidence actually grows from. So if you've been waiting to feel confident before you start, you've been waiting for the result instead of creating it. Confidence doesn't create action. Action creates confidence. If this clicked for you, watch this next. Why you can't stay consistent. It's not motivation. And if you want to explore this more deeply, check out the playlist, Why You Procrastinate Even When You Care. And if you want a structured way to apply this, the Momentum Reset method is linked in the description. And if you want more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. I would love that, because this channel is about helping you take action without having to force yourself to do it.